That's been
I'm
on
bringing the noise.
your mind.
What?
It's been on your mind, that song.
What's been on my mind?
I'm bringing the noise.
I'm bringing the noise. That's because I got down a TikTok rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
I felt like a little Alice in Wonderland action. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I haven't done that in a long time.
I know, it's annoying. I'm just kidding.
I love you, but that's annoying.
All right,
like I'm on another
what we
episode
got
with
on the docket today?
I feel like I'm on another episode with my mother.
What?
Hi, Mom.
Your mom was so funny last week. She was so nervous.
Super
My
nervous.
parents were nervous too when we did it because there's something about like podcasting. I think that anybody who doesn't podcast, like if we have any guests who haven't been on a podcast before, they think that it's live. So then they get all like sweaty. We're like, guys, like you're literally just talking to us.
You're talking to no one.
If you say something
Population
stupid,
you.
we'll just take it out and then we just leave it in.
Yeah, always.
Just joking.
I love it.
But seriously.
Yeah, please guys take out, oh, that thing tastes so good, I'm coming. No, I'm pretty sure we're going to build the whole podcast around that one day.
Oh my God. That was honestly one of my favorite moments ever on the podcast. Okay.
Up there.
So you want to give like before we do I Love You and You're Annoying, you want to do just like, what is this episode going to be about? Yeah. What is it?
There was a big request for us to have a conversation about the conversation that you led on Instagram Live or what on stories or I don't even know where it was.
And TikTok.
On TikTok.
Well, stories at first, and then I made a TikTok about it, and everyone in the comment section were either the parents of those stupid-ass kids.
One side or the other. So because it was a debate, we're going to have it here. It's kind of like the episodes where we do Am I an Asshole?
Yes.
But the question is are you
the asshole?
Are you Brittany Ostafy the asshole?
No.
No. Is it the other person that's an asshole?
Are they the asshole for doing?
Or are you the asshole for thinking that they're? That's why the question is: am I the asshole?
So. I think it's like, is this person an asshole for doing X?
But
and
the
it's
answer
not
never.
about me.
The answer is never yes or no. The answer is either you're an asshole or they're an asshole. Is that not?
No.
Is that
it's
not how
either,
that game worked?
No.
Have I been playing that game wrong the whole time we've played that game?
Correct.
Huh.
There's a scenario, and they say, "Am I the asshole?" And then they explain the situation, and people vote. Yes, they're the asshole, or no, they're not the asshole. You don't have anything to do with it.
Right, but here's my thing: is if I say, "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah.
If there's drama, right? If there's drama, and the question is, "Am I the asshole?" It's insinuated that if I'm not the asshole, then the other person's the asshole. If there's drama,
but you're assuming that you're part of all of the "Am I the assholes?" and you're not part of them all. It doesn't matter.
No. Oh my God. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying whoever proposes the question.
Yes.
In this case, you're proposing the question. Therefore, you would be either the asshole or not the asshole.
I disagree. It really doesn't matter.
Anyways, we're going to play that. But before we do that, can we get to the I love you and you're annoying?
Apparently, you really have one.
No.
You're like, let's get to it because I want to talk shit. My dick.
My dick.
My dick.
I'm going to stick my dick.
In your
vagina.
I'm fixing for you to get on with it. Okay, go. You want to go first?
Nope.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't like you think that I have this like big thing for you. Well, because you were so like,
let's get to it. No. Okay. Let's see. Which one should I pick? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so I think mine would be between two. My first one is, we've already kind of talked about this, so I don't really want to like bring up shit that we already talked about, but I was a little cranky this weekend because we had family and friends over and the Masters were on, and I felt like the entire day I was running around this is a reoccurring conversation. On the weekends, we have shit to do because we're so busy throughout the week. Just because we have plans on the weekends doesn't mean that we aren't, like, we have to incorporate our responsibilities.
Right.
And I felt like on the weekend, you were just like, fuck it all. And then you just like chilled on the couch, watched the Masters and like entertained. And like, that was your hosting. That was your duty while I did the laundry and cleaned up and looked after the kids. And I was like really pissy.
Yeah, no, I acknowledge you for that. That would be annoying.
It was really annoying.
That would be annoying. It would be annoying if you forgot the fact that I took the kids from this house, from you, from the existence of this planet for 4 hours so that you could do those stuff.
No.
But that would also, no. That would also upset you. That would also upset you if you chose to clean and do the laundry while there were guests over instead of just sitting down on the couch and entertaining the guests like I did. But I totally get.
You honestly are so annoying right now.
I know.
So you left to go to a hockey game with with your parents.
Yeah.
and your sister and brother-in-law and the 4 kids had a grand old time.
So Says who? Did I come back and say that was a grand old time?
So that I could clean the floors.
Stressed.
So I could clean I could vacuum and clean the entire floor and do the laundry. That's why you left. So I didn't get to like hang out and do shit. And then when you guys came back, I wasn't finished. Like there is so much laundry upstairs.
I'm sorry that I didn't.
Because nobody helps me with it. No, it's not about that, right? There's stuff like it was really frustrating. Anyways,
I'm just gonna say that if in your world, if all of the other things that I did that day didn't exist, that would certainly be annoying. And for the record, even though all of the other things existed, I can still see why it would be annoying.
If you took the kids in the morning and I got to sit down and do fuck all and just like relax, I've been like, that was really nice. I guess I could pick it up.
Let's be real. I didn't leave the kids so you could clean the house. I left the kids to take the kids, and you chose to clean the house during that time.
Because who else would do it? Well, have you ever been like, yo, I have to clean the floors today. Oh, we really need to do this laundry. No. Yeah. No, you haven't.
I went like a month and a half of being like that every Sunday.
No, you
Yeah. I said it was like my Sunday thing.
In the total of your life?
No, in like the last 4 years.
Anyway, it's really annoying. Yeah. Like really annoying. And I don't like it.
Yeah, so here's my I love you and you're annoying. Because Brittany, I get it. That's annoying. For sure. There's a lot of other things that happened that day that were annoying. But listen, here's my I love you and you're annoying. I've noticed lately, and maybe it's because you're busy and maybe it's because you need breaks here and there from like everybody needing you and like myself, the kids. But I find that like right around bedtime, you like slightly disappear to quote unquote attempt to poo. Now, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Don't look at me all weird. I'm
sorry. I just want to get this straight before you continue.
Yeah.
You're actually going to tell me that it's annoying that I have to try to go to the bathroom?
No, here's what's annoying.
Every other time I go to the bathroom, the kids are like on my ankles eating my legs.
I would love to finish my I love you and you're annoying. I'd love to finish it because you pooing is not the issue. The issue is you trying to poo.
Correct.
Because here's the thing. If you have to poo, you poo. Oh, no. I'm not finished.
Okay.
I'm not finished. I can see you coming in from my rear view mirror. I am not finished. If you have to poo, you poo. You do not need to try to poo unless you have to poo. And if you don't have to poo, but you think you might have to poo, may I suggest or invite you to do that after the kids go to bed? Putting the kids to bed is not a fun experience for any parent. And it's certainly not a fun experience for you and I. Leaving me to poo, no problem. Leaving me to attempt to poo is a weird thing. It's like, just wait.
I also don't want to continue to talk about my bowel movements.
Because just maybe. I'm just saying this, Brittany. I'm just saying this. Maybe it's something you can consider.
You're annoying.
I probably get it's annoying because it's real. It's real for you. This is real for you.
Okay.
Here's the thing. And I just want you to consider this for a second. If you put the kids to bed with me and 25 minutes later they go to bed, you're probably more likely to have to poo than you were when you had to try to poo. I'm just saying.
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like I don't want to be because I feel like if I say I'm done, then you're going to come in and start talking to me.
I just like fully disagree. I think it's silly that I'm getting in trouble for trying to go to the bathroom when you have to go upstairs and help the kids brush their teeth. Like, oh, such a big deal.
It's the whole try to.
I need help. Like, I need someone help me. Like,
it's like the whole try to though. Like, who has to try to poo? I got to try to poo. I'm going to attempt to poo right now. Attempt.
I can't help it at the end of the day.
Why don't you just go poo?
Because we're on a new program and we're on a diet and I'm finding that my body is like not reacting the way it usually does.
So would you say that you are pooing?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. You can feel that that's annoying. At this point, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying, if I disappeared
for 20 minutes because I was trying to do something.
You do. Literally every day.
No, because I am actually pooing.
Okay. Sure.
That's the difference. That's annoying. It's a little annoying.
I completely do not accept that.
I have a feeling I'm going to get hammered on this one. But let me be very clear, ladies. Let me be very clear, ladies. I'm not saying or suggesting that Brittany cannot go poo when she needs to poo.
That is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that at all. Okay. I really need you to understand that I'm not saying that at all. In fact, if you need to poo right now, I will put my hands out and you can do that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this. If you don't have to poo and you're trying to, try a little bit later.
Okay. I'll just let my bowel movements know that it's not good for Ryan. He doesn't like doing brushing.
Well, apparently you don't have bowel movements. That's why you're trying. That's my point.
Are you done?
Yeah, I think I am.
Oh my God.
I feel like I should be.
You should
at this
be
point
done.
in time. I feel like now's the time for me to stop.
Yeah, I also want to change the subject. So I want to say something. I don't think she listens to this, but if she does, maybe it's a good thing because it caught me really off guard today. And it was like, I don't know. It just really pissed me off. So I went to go pick up Riley today from school and we were walking because it was a beautiful day. So I have Cooper and we're going down the driveway and we're about to walk away and Cooper likes to talk to everybody. So there's some people like walking down the street. And this one particular person is like, they live on our street. And so they were like, talking to Coop, super, super kind, just like, hey, like, what are you doing? Cooper's like, oh, I made fruit salad today. And,
Yummy,
they're like,
yummy.
they're like, ooh, like with your mom, who'd you make it with your mom? And, he's like, yeah. And then they go, you need to tell your mom, I'm standing right there. You need to tell your mom that it's no longer Christmas and her porch decor is outdated and she needs to put it away. Like all of those things are dead. And I was like, the fuck? I didn't know what to say because
Who said that to you?
I'm not going to say her name.
Did that actually happen?
100%. I literally I saw Cindy. I went right to Cindy afterwards and I was like, can you tell me if this is like the most passive aggressive? I think that she was trying to make a joke.
Is it dead? I haven't looked at it.
It's so dead. Like my urn is full of dead leaves.
So
like,
she brings up a good point.
It's for sure. Our mat on our doorstep is still welcome to the North Pole. Like it's fully Christmas.
How come I don't notice those things?
You don't do them. It is a fully Santa's Village is on our porch still. Like it's not even.
We do have our Christmas lights up though.
We do. We have our Christmas lights up.
And they're on a timer. So every time I come home late at night, it's like, hey, well, there's my house.
The urn is full of dead greenery. It's something that I look at every day. I'm like, wow, I got to make time for that. But I was just like, I felt personally attacked. She was like, you need to tell your mom that it's not Christmas anymore and she needs to take that off her porch. It's all dead. And I was like, the fuck? I'm like, let's go, Cooper.
Touche to whoever said that.
Let's go pick up Riley so mommy can come home and rush and put all the dead greenery away.
Nothing like stating the obvious.
Oh my God. I just was like not here for it.
Yeah.
You know?
We still got those lights that make it look like it's snowing on the house every night.
But you know what's the worst part?
Those jingle, ding, 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 boom.
The worst part is that so we have these like dead ass greenery in the urn. We have this like Santa's Village mat. There's a spring chair, but then we have our Whoville grass. It's like bright ass green because it's turf and it just looks so stupid.
We look like you know the question, am I the asshole?
Yeah, we look like assholes.
Yeah, come to our house right now and the answer is yes.
But like assholes who don't have to on maintenance, zero.
But I will say
worth it.
Oh my God.
I'll be the asshole and it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Call me an asshole all you want. When it comes to spring cleaning, I open the door and there it is.
Okay, so this is my question for you. Do you think that she was the asshole for saying that to me? It's facts.
I think it's totally facts.
But like,
it hurts because it's real.
For sure. But I would have really appreciated her just like talking shit behind my back like a regular person. Like you don't have to say that to my face. I know that it's dead. I know that it's not right.
I think that it would have been better if she said to you, "Hey, Britt, you're gonna keep that Christmas decor around all year?"
Yeah, sure. Like because I think what bothered me. And then
you'd chuckle and you'd be like, "Stupid bitch." Yeah. I'm assuming it was a girl because there's no way a guy would even notice that.
It was.
Guy'd be like, "Nice grass. Is that a Christmas tree?"
Correct. It's not a tree. It's literally just like dead pine.
I know what it is. I see it
in the urn. Well,
I just didn't notice it was dead.
It was full. It's brown. It's fully dead.
It's not like foliage. No. What's the word? Foliage? What? I guess that's not right. Foliage? That's right. What is the word? Oh my God. What is foliage? Foliage?
There you go.
What is? I said that. That's what I said the first time. Foliage.
No, you're like foliage.
No, I'm pretty sure we'll rewind this. You'll see it.
Anyway,
the same foliage.
I agree with you. Foliage? I think if it was a more of like, you're gonna leave that Christmas to like that small talk, but it was because it was passive aggressive through Cooper. So
let's go to the Am I the Asshole? Because we're on a roll when it comes to this one. So a couple weeks ago, we went and took the kids to a play center. right? Nice little play center, very chaotic, lots of people there. They were probably, I'm going to guess, over capacity, but that's fine. No, like I got no problem with that. You got to run a business. You've been shut down from COVID all day long, right? It was very chaotic. And here's here's the number one problem. I got to set this up because you'll talk about all of the bad things, but they were just understaffed. And they were understaffed when you have multiple sections when you have multiple sections in your play center that include trampolines and like a lot of things. You have to have somebody there with authority to look over and watch over certain things. And I would say specifically when there is a like American Ninja Warrior course, where the intention is to go from one side of the course to the other side of the course, you need somebody managing the front of the course because it allows people to know when to go.
Tell me when to go. Okay, so this is where I disagree because yes, if they're understaffed, fine. But that doesn't excuse a parent's lack of attention to their kids. Like, I don't care if they're overstaffed. That doesn't give you the right or permission to not watch your child if they are too young. Under 2 years old, I don't care who you are. If your kid is under 2 years old, you should not be letting them have a free reign and it's not a small play center. It's huge. Like you can't leave your kid and be like, oh, I'll watch him from over here. No, like he'll be gone. Like you don't know where to see them. So hold on. My whole thing is like, even if they have a ton of staff, that doesn't excuse you for being a parent. You have to watch your friggin' kids.
No, I understand. And just so everyone's clear, I'm going to have a hard time debating this because I walked into that place and after going to the washroom immediately, less than 5 minutes later, I text you and said, I literally hate everybody.
No, you're literally like, I hate everyone.
Yeah, like I hate everyone.
That's the text message Ryan said.
So I have a hard time. I have a very hard time with it.
If you didn't see one of two of my rants on Instagram and TikTok. So here's the scenario. We're at this like obstacle course part of the play center where it clearly says like kids 8 and up or whatever, 7 and up. There's a ton of toddlers there and it's fine.
On one side. And then the other side is the for the littler ones.
And there's a ton of kids there. And honestly, like your toddler, if they could do this course, cool, like let them, but you have to be there. Like there's no way that a toddler can go through this without parental help because there's just so many places for injury. So there's at the end of it, there are these bars and Coop's like swinging. He's using them to swing. So he's on it. He just gets them and he's swinging. And this little 2-year-old is like on a mission. So she's crawling through it, sees Cooper, like that's her end game. She wants whatever Cooper has. So then she comes up and I don't think it was
deliberately against Cooper, but.
Oh, no. She wants the rings.
Yeah.
She's not like, I'm going to mess that kid up. She's wants
like Sonic the Hedgehog, not like I hate Cooper.
She saw these rings and she was like, those are mine. So she comes up and I'm watching her like come through this course. I'm like, yo, this girl's ripping through here. Like she really wants to get over here.
She don't give a fuck about the course. She don't give it.
So she comes, gets to the end, just grabs the ring and she's 2. So at first I was like, okay, well you can't, like she's 2 years old, but you're looking around to see if there's like a parent to be like
tumbleweeds,
it's children and like whose child is this? And there's no one.
What you want to be able to do is you want to look over at the parent, realize, hey, we're both parents and this sucks. Like
sorry about that.
Got it. No problem. Yep, that's my kid.
No one.
My apologies. No one.
So this 2-year-old begins to rip these rings out of like, and if you rip it, like Cooper's falling on his ass, like you can't just like take it from him. So I'm like,
in a pit,
sweetheart, like you can't do that. You got to wait your turn. And she is like having none of it, just like starts getting super angry, ripping at it. And this is where you're like, where's your mom? Where's your adult? Like loud enough that you can see. This is when you talk
about the stuff at the front porch.
100%. Yeah. This is when I'm like, where's your adult? Where's your human? And she's having none of it. So this happens for a bit. And so then Ryan and I and like, it was amazing. Our daughter, Riley, was like, you can have mine. And I was like, she will not. Like, I was so mad. And I was like, I really appreciate you trying to share, Riley, but like, that's not the point of this. You can't, it's teaching her that she just has to like scream and get pissed off to get what she wants. So eventually we end up leaving. Because I'm like, I'm about to push this 2-year-old into the pit if we stay here anymore. And she gets what she wants.
That was a joke. You wouldn't have done that.
Maybe.
But you wanted to.
I wanted to. Yeah. And we leave. And as we're in the other area, I can still see this little girl. And we watch her for 20 minutes? Not a single adult is around her. Not one freaking person who like owns this child is watching her. And it pissed me off because one, more than anything, it's so dangerous. You can't just like what, like beyond the fact of her getting hurt, like what happens to like, I don't know, someone being like this, no one's watching this kid, yoink, and you're gone.
Yoink the clown.
You might take him. Like it would have been so easy to just be like, come with me, like because they are understaffed and no one is paying attention.
Now keep in mind, someone might say, well, maybe their parents were watching from afar. No,
they weren't.
For the 20 minutes, Brittany was looking at her and I was looking for the parents looking at her.
Yes, it was,
or vice versa.
It was so dumb.
This girl was not around. And you know, here's the problem that I have. So I'm very goal oriented. And if you're in a play center where the intention is to go from one side of a pit to the other side of the pit without falling into the pit, it's a bit of a challenge for me. And it's a bit of a challenge for the people that are doing it. And the challenge needs to go from start to finish. And I had these like 3 kids that were on one of these swinging things that would not get off of this swinging thing. And I'm looking around for their parents and I'm saying so I come down, I like reach down. I'm like, hey guys, like you got to go to the other side of the pit. There's a lineup of people behind you that are trying to go from one side to the other and you're in their way. So you need to continue through this. The girl looks at me and she says, we're just having fun. And I'm like, and part of me was like, touche.
Yeah.
And the other part is me like, well, have fun somewhere fucking else. Because the intention for this little lady is to go from one side to the other. And if you choose not to go to the other side, you lose. And I'm not going to call you a loser, but get off this fucking thing so that my son can go from one side to the other so that I can call him a winner. Now, that's all joking aside, but it was really true for me.
No, and I fully get that.
I was feeling it. But to your point, when it comes to the chaos that was in this pit, I watched, and I don't know how this girl didn't break her face. I watched this girl climb up to the top of one of these things to get to the other side. And she fell off and fell underneath it. Now, the fall didn't hurt her. What hurt her was the next girl, because there wasn't someone telling them when to go, which is my point from the very beginning, also fall in the same spot, but she landed on her feet.
Yeah.
But her feet were on the other girl's face.
It's so dangerous.
And I'm like, oh my God. But I also, here's the problem with these play centers. And I'll be the first to admit this. Women have an easier time talking to children that are not theirs versus men. Okay. When I see something happening that shouldn't be happening, I have a hard time interjecting because the last thing I want is the parent that is actually paying attention to see a creepy man talking to their child.
No, I get that.
So I have a hard time. So I got to bite my lip a lot. That's why I said, like, I hate this place because I'm all for jumping around, playing around when Riley's doing her flips and all that fun stuff. But if someone comes in and says, hey, like, I kind of want to do that same thing. Yeah. I'm like, Riley, let the other person go.
Sure.
It allows me to educate and teach my child what it looks like to share properly.
And then you're inadvertently like hoping other children are kind of listening and you become this like
right. Then you can become the referee.
You're the group parent.
and I'm fine with that role because it's established from the very beginning. Yeah. But when I say, Riley, let the other girl go on it, she can jump on it for the next couple of minutes and then you can go back and the girl doesn't get off.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking around and be like, okay, where's the other one of me that's going to be telling her, hey, listen, get off that bloody trampoline. Yeah. That girl was there first.
For sure. I think that
I can't stand these places, but yet we keep taking our kids there because they love it. And all I want to do is rip the walls down.
The argument in the comments when I was talking about the situation on TikTok, and it pissed me off because I really get
fucking jerk.
I really get like there's a certain age that your kids can be that you don't have to like hover over them, right? Like they're going to play, they're in the big structure, you sit in a place, you're like, hey, check in with me every once in a while. Like we're not saying go and like sniff ass as you're like in there. You don't have to be so close to your kid. Yeah, you don't have to do that if they're of a certain age. And then someone was like, well, you don't know people's family dynamics. Maybe a mother she was like, I have 5 kids. You expect me to watch all of my kids? And I said, no, but don't fucking take all your kids. Like,
and we do this too when we're outnumbered.
Yeah.
Riley and Cooper, this is where you guys are playing.
I understand, but like zone defense, like you can have zone defense if you have enough people.
Do you understand that reference?
I think so. right? Like you're separating and you're going this way. Like, does that make sense? Are you a little bit proud of me?
I am. That's why I'm asking. Do you get that reference?
Yes.
Now, are you referring to basketball or are you referring to football?
Football.
All right, good. I like that. Yeah.
So, but if you don't have enough parents, that doesn't work, right? Like if you have 5 kids and some of them are older, sure. But if they're all under 3, like you can't bring them all. And that sucks so much because obviously you want to be inclusive and mom and dads deserve a break. That's part of the reason you take them to the play center. But when it comes down to it, it's not safe. It's not safe.
Listen, I don't know what your family dynamics are. You could have 18 children.
Yeah.
And you can bring them all because it would be hard for you to bring 3 and not the other 15. But all I'm saying and all I'm suggesting is you got to know where they are. Mm-hmm. You don't have to hover over them. You don't have to helicopter. But if you don't know where your kids are, it's not a good thing.
No.
For their safety, it's not good. And I mean like physical safety, girls falling on their faces, not good for your child.
Yeah.
But right now we live in a world, and unfortunately we live in a world where it's very easy to get access to people's kids' names.
Yeah. It's wild, especially because people go and they bring their kids' water bottles, and there's got names on them.
You just got to know where your kids are. We're not asking you to be super parents. And get it. Listen, Cooper's probably a year away from us being able to sit down and relax. And I do look forward to being able to sit down and relax a little bit. I truly do. I know that most parents bring their kids to a play center so that they can have some alone time. Yes. So I'm not suggesting that you hover over your kids and watch everything that they do, but for the love of God, at the very least, know where they are.
And there were some awesome parents that were like, listen, my kid's older and I have to hover a bit because they're fucking assholes. And I know that they haven't learned certain lessons and I need to be there to mediate. And like, that is why like I'm there and I cannot let my kid, because I think part of the TikTok, I was like, if your kid can't act like a functional member of society without you being beside them. And this obviously excludes anybody with kids who are autistic or like need actual help, like totally excluding that. But if your kid's just a dick and maybe hasn't learned these like manners and like life lessons and isn't able to be around, people were like, just let him figure it out. Let him figure it out. I'm like, no, at one point, this little kid was like, not little. He was probably like 8. He wasn't letting kids go down the slide. He was going up and down. He was like screaming at their faces. He screamed in my face. I was like, this is not, I said, you can't.
Fuck up, buddy.
No, I was like, you gotta, I'm like, buddy, you gotta take turns. Like they're fuck off, buddy. I said, you gotta let them take turns. Like you can't just keep going up and down. He looks at me and he's like, no. I'm like,
yeah, I like that
fuck?
kid.
But like, and then someone's like, yo, you gotta teach them how to throw hands. They gotta fight for themselves. Fine. Okay. How does that solve anything? Just watch your fucking kids. I can't stand it.
Just know where they are. At the very worst, know where they are. At the very best, know where they are. And if they're being assholes,
you're that parent who lets them go.
If they're being assholes, you've got to stop it. That's all I'm saying.
You got to teach them, right? Now, we're not saying that our kids can't be dicks. Cooper can be such a dick, but we're there because he's not old enough yet to like not understand that. Right. So anyway,
so let's talk about a golden nugget. Let's have a golden nugget of a conversation because I had this epiphany the other day, and I told you about it and you're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And so we're going to drop this golden nugget on you and then I'm going to expand a little bit. But here's how the golden nugget works. And I don't know how I worded it, but it was way better when I first worded it. It's essentially this. When you see a problem, you can either be the solution to the problem or you can make it someone else's problem.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how you said it.
Oh, yeah. That's a boom. Verbatim.
And it related to something as simple as you went into the bathroom and saw some toothpaste from the kids' bathroom all over the sink. And in the past, you've just been like, oh, there's toothpaste on the sink.
Toothpaste on the sink.
Yeah.
And then it hit me that the only person in this house besides me that's going to clean that is you. And so I had a choice to make. And I'm saying this to men, but I'm also saying this to women. When you see something in your house that's not where it's supposed to be. Now, you guys are going to laugh at this because of the laundry and all of that fun stuff. I get it. But I told you it was an epiphany. When you see something
happened, now you're like going to be aware of it.
No, because here's the thing. You got to see it. Obviously you have to first see it. But when you do see something, when you do recognize that something's not where it's supposed to be, or there's something that is not going the way it's supposed to be going, if you choose to ignore it, what you're actually doing is you're making it someone else's problem.
You are.
You're making it someone else's problem. Knowingly, but maybe not knowing, maybe not consciously being aware that you're turning it into your spouse's problem.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is if you don't handle that business, and you expect that business to be handled,
right?
It's got to be handled by somebody else. Therefore, if you're not the solution, it's someone else's problem.
I think that we just need to also clarify that doesn't apply to like these are things that you would say that you would share. These are shared responsibilities, right? Like something that you're realizing like that is always on. The recycling always seems to be taken out because somebody else is doing it. Like they're shared responsibilities. It's not like if like we're not saying, you know, I'm purposely like not going to do that because of this. Like there are times where I'm not going to lie, where I'm like, I asked Ryan to take X, Y, and Z upstairs like several times and he didn't. And like, that's a situation where I'm not going to be like, you know what? I'm not like, I'll take this up because I'm part of no, that's different because that's like, yes, there's an agreement. There's conditions of satisfaction. This is more in the off chance that you kind of take note that things are being like taken care of, that are shared responsibilities, that you are Ryan's right. Like he had an epiphany and been like, this is cleaned up. And you do that too. Like you cleaned up the toothpaste.
I do. I'm not saying, and I'm not suggesting that I didn't.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is in that moment, I looked at that and I walked away from it and I thought, wait a second, Brittany's going to have to clean that up. Mm-hmm. And it's not like I was pressed for time. Right. If I was pressed for time, I would have been like, hey, I'm pressed for time, and would have saw it and I would have moved on. But I had the ability to clean it up. I chose not to clean it up. And then like 5 steps later, I thought to myself, and this is when the light bulb went off, if I'm not going to clean this up, then I'm actually expecting Brittany to clean this up.
I wonder how far that's going to go. Like, I wonder what else you're going to be like, what else? What can I do?
Well, you know.
You know what? It's not extended to the laundry.
It doesn't jerk itself.
Oh my God. If I'm not going to do
wait a
this.
second. You didn't mean like that. Like how far I was going to take it?
No, I meant like what else are you going to do to help me?
Oh, I thought like, where's your mind going to go? That's why I went right there. Oh, I get it.
Well, his dick isn't going to suck itself.
Well, his dick ain't going to suck itself. I'll tell you that much.
That's not what I meant at all. I was like, what else is he going to be like?
I'm going to wake you up. I'm going to wake you up and I'm going to be like, either this is your solution or it's my problem.
And I'm going to be like, this is your problem.
This is definitely your problem, Ryan.
Show your work. So
here's another epiphany that I had this morning. And this one here is a little, I would say this is the golden nugget of all golden nuggets for me today. Tomorrow, I'll have a way better one, I promise. But today, this is it. So I heard this TikTok today or this morning or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And she was talking about healing and, you know, healing, getting back to where we used to be. And we always think that when you're healing, you're going to go back to the way that it was. Mm-hmm. And that's not true. The way that it was actually doesn't exist and it will never exist. But here's where my mind started to wander when I thought about this, because it was really brilliant how she worded it. I don't know how she worded it, so I'm not going to even try.
And that's it.
No, but here's the thing. So we had a gentleman on the podcast not too long ago, and he was talking about communication and what have you. And in that podcast, I was thinking to myself, oh, I could add to this. But I thought, wow, he's a powerful guest. He's doing his own thing. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to bring it up in another podcast, which is now. So here's the thing. Couples always seem to think that they don't need to fight. They think that a perfect marriage has nothing to do with fighting. They seem to think that a perfect marriage is blissful and sex is great and blah, 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 blah. And often we compare that